Hey guys, today I'm going to show you quick 28 tips on to how to improve in League. And yeah, so we're starting with the first one. The first one is find your champion pool. Find those champions you play, like 3 or 4, no more. Tip number 2 is watch whole stream games on Twitch if they play champion you do. So for instance, if I would play Lee Sin, I would watch Group X like the whole stream if I get a bunch of time. The tip number 3, every time you die, try to analyze why did you die, like learn from it. Tip number 4, don't play meta picks because they are in meta. Play champion you are good with. Tip number 5, play daily. Tip number 6, focus objects like drakes, turrets. It's very free on low elo because no one wants it. I'm main jungle, so I know. Tip number 7, I think, buy pink wards. It's very important. It's many times pink wards can save your life. Tip number 8, watch your replays if you get a ton of time. Like it's very helpful to analyze your mistakes you did to not do them again. Tip number 9, I think, learn to dodge games. If you like got an autofill mid or really impactful role that's autofill or just a troll, or you think you're gonna lose because they have good comp, try to like dodge one game out of 24 hours. It's only 3 LP, better than guaranteed almost guaranteed 20 or yeah. Tip number 10 is don't never tilt. Never tilt. You gotta realize that it's a game and it's same game. You gotta never look at your teammates. If you want to improve, look at yourself. I mean, improve yourself. Don't try to pick out their mistakes. The good tip is to mute all. That was the 11th tip. Tip number 12 is, if you're silver, just think what a high elo player would do. It's very helpful to like carry games. If you like good, if like bad, like bronze, just try to think what silver would do. If you like silver, just think what gold would do. Like one thought ahead, you know. Tip number 13, I think. Instead of playing whole night, wake up the next day and play earlier that day. It's very good because your mind, after like whole day of bunch of stuff you did, it's tired, you know. You need to rest to play good league. You need to think. You can't just AFK brain. You will not improve. Tip number 14 is to ban champs you don't like or think are OP. For instance, I like ban Irelia because I know that good Irelia could carry the game, but it could be with every champion. But I don't like playing with Irelia. She's just OP in my opinion. Tip I think number 15 is use practice tool to practice champion mechanics. It's very good that Riot gave us the opportunity to like don't suck on the games you play online. Like you don't need to have now play normals. Instead, I mean it's good to play normals also, but try to like use practice tool 100%. Tip number 16 is everyone has bad game. If you see that you feed, go maybe tank. Make yourself useful in a team as possible. Like, for instance, if you listen jungle, you usually go like full AD. Maybe it's time to go tank if you feed like in early to be like useful in the game and defend your teammates and just do everything to win. You need to like give a little impact. If you do nothing there, it will be 4-5. So keep this in mind. So tip number I think 16. If you hit a winning streak with your main champ, keep playing him until you lose. And then if you lose, just maybe change your second main if you go on. Or just go like arms and normals if you lose. But it's good when you have like winning streak, never stop until you lose. It's very good. If you can't play, just play. Tip number 17. It's very important to read patch notes. Like for instance, in this patch I'm playing, they buffed Infernal Drakes, and in this patch it's all about like Drakes. Drakes is to win. I mean, it's very important to read patches. So I recommend you to do that if you want to win more, to have more knowledge. Tip number I think 17. Before the game, try to drink coffee. Look up if it's helping you. Like, for example, for me, I could focus better if I drink coffee. But I usually play whole nights, but I don't know why. I don't want to improve. But okay, so tip number 18 is do not blame your team. Always look to improve your own game. Tip number 19 is if you're new to the game, try quick cast. I mean, try to explore with the functions, the quick cast and smart cast, self cast. There are so many like options you can do to improve your game like instantly. Look up best settings video for listening on my channel if you want. I'm going over the best settings for listening there. So tip number 18 probably, if you're new to the game, oh no. Tip number 18 is remember that LoL is a team game, so don't you ever rage in your, don't rage, don't ever rage if the enemy champion, enemy jungle is camping your lane. Just if you know what you're doing, then you could push like on a lane. But if a jungle ganks you, don't blame your jungle because you push without vision so like deep, so it's your fault. And try to like go freeze the lane. I don't know, and don't push so hard because if they camp you, they will camp you. If they camp you, don't you ever blame your team because it's your fault. Okay, I'm main jungle, so I hate this. I usually get so blamed of my teammates. They think it's my fault. I don't know. Many people do so. So tip number 19, I think. A good player wins 1v1 and a smart player is never in situation 1v1. So you know you got the jungler and you know you got your team. They could roam, help you, I don't know. But if you want to like win, you could go duo queue with some dude, you know, and like talk with him, like he could gank you and stuff, or just ping right in chat, you know. A good player wins 1v1 and a smart player is never in situation 1v1. So keep that in mind. Tip number 20. Do pauses between game, at least 1 to 3 minutes, so you can go grab some food and reset your mindset, because maybe you got a bit tilted a game, and if you like play instantly, it could go worse. It could go like worst. So keep in mind pauses. I think this is tip number 21 by good lot. I don't know. So that tip is don't you never fight in minions if you don't know what you're doing. try to learn the minions manipulation, because when you like early level, the minions are doing so bunch of damage, and if you don't know how to fight the minions, don't do it. Just learn how to do it. It's you need to practice that in practice. So yeah, that's good. I'll do a separate video soon. Tip number 22. I don't know. I will count them and then just write in the video name how many there are. But I just get lost. I think it's number 20, 23, 22, something. Have knowledge what to build and when. As I said, if you feel like in early, go tank whatever champion is, or just go farm yourself. Don't try to do plays and stuff. And if you like Zed and going through the AP team comp, just go for the Mao. It's the best if you don't get air kills to like scale, because they will for sure zone us if they aren't dumb. Okay, tip number 24. Look at your minimap. I recommend you to have the max range. You could change the range of the map in settings where you change your HUD and stuff, and get the pings volume to 100. It's very good to get them to 100. Yeah, so, and the last tip I want to talk about is to scale. I mean, if you like grab some kills early, don't give them. Like, if you scale, don't try to play aggressive. And if you like are losing, then you can take a risk. And I don't know, without vision, go all in without vision. But don't you ever break down your scaling, because if you got a kill, you're scaling. So don't play aggressive because you only got one kill. You should play safe if you have a lead. If you're losing, just go all in, whatever. So this was a bunch of tips. I think it was like 20, 27. I don't know. I'll count them all. Just write in the description or something. Yeah. So I hope you will improve. I actually got from get out from low elo with those tips. So good luck getting out from low elo. Just play a bunch of games and apply those tips. Good luck and bye.